This pay-per-view should be titled AEW All Out, Back to Basics. AEW All Out 2025 was classic AEW for longtime fans. Many of the moments and matches on this show were direct callbacks to AEW's history, AEW's nostalgia, and AEW's lore. In 2025, AEW is finally able to build big moments and major storylines around its own lore and history. The longevity of AEW and the success of several key stars from the early days of AEW has come full circle, as stories and characters of the past now benefit the future of AEW. To illustrate this point, I want to take a look at the main event, Hangman Page versus Kyle Fletcher for the AEW Men's World Championship. In this match, you have Hangman Page, who has been dubbed the main character due to his overarching story running parallel to AEW itself. Hangman at the first All Out was a fresh face to many viewers, challenging for the world title against the most established star in the company, Chris Jericho. When Hangman lost, the sentiment was Hangman wasn't ready. Fast forward to today, now Hangman is the champion, the established star facing a fresh face, Kyle Fletcher. The sentiment for Fletcher is he will be world champion one day, but he's not ready right now. This could create a new arc for Fletcher, and it's all tied back to an original story in AEW. One of the feel-good moments of the night was when Chris Statlander won the AEW Women's World Championship. Chris is an AEW original. Chris has always had the potential to be world champion. However, due to injury and sometimes being overlooked, the ultimate prize had evaded her until now. It was almost shocking to see Statlander get the 3 count on Toni Storm. It was satisfying that Toni's great reign came to an end at the hands of one of AEW originals and one who could benefit from the victory. Chris also became the first woman to ever hold both the Women's Championship and TBS Championship. A quick side note, I think it's safe to call Toni Storm the greatest AEW Women's Champion of all time, surpassing Hikaru Shida. I'm interested to see what direction they take Toni Storm in now. It was also good to see Riho, the first AEW Women's Champion, back on an AEW pay-per-view. The improvement in the talent and depth of the women's division is one welcome change from the dog days of the division. So many matches and moments seem like they're right around the corner for the women of AEW, and now Chris Statlander is at the top of that division. AEW's renewed focus on the tag team division is paying off. Rodeo have taken the division by storm and are putting some of the best matches of the year together. AEW really has a knack for finding 2 singles wrestlers and making them a successful pairing. Speaking of tag team wrestling, we saw the return of Jack Perry. But not only that, we saw the return of Luchasaurus and the reformation of Jurassic Express. I, for one, am happy for both Jack and Luchasaurus. A welcome return. We also saw returns of Eddie Kingston and Pac, not in full gear. We were also teased with an Orange Cassidy return this Wednesday night on Dynamite. Some key returns that may mean a lot more to day one AEW fans than others, but that's kind of the point. Yes, tonight we saw the debut of Beth Copeland in AEW. Darby Allin and Jon Moxley did some crazy things to each other, and I'm scared of what they'll do next. The Hurt Syndicate and Ricochet and the Gates of Agony, now going by In Demand, had a good match. There was an instant classic for the AEW Unified Championship. However, those things are not the story of the show for me. The story of the show was AEW going back to its roots. AEW's answer to counter programming was to just be AEW. I thank them for that. If there was ever any doubt how this show was classic AEW, tonight it was announced that Tony Khan has an announcement coming Wednesday. We're so back.